So Amazon came today and delivered this little package here for me. It's a cycling jersey. Since I now have a bike and it is Los Angeles and it's like 82 degrees out right now, cycling jersey is probably the best way to go. It is my first one, so I'm excited to open up this package and see what we get. Basically what we've got here is our cycling jersey in a US small. It feels a lot. Let me grab a t-shirt and figure out the weight difference. I can already tell right now from holding this barely. Cotton t-shirt feels much heavier, obviously because it's a lightweight material. I wish I had some sort of scale that could measure them, but I don't, so whatever. But I would say that this is progressively lighter. This is also heavier, and just from, I haven't ridden in this yet, but from riding in a regular t-shirt, I have noticed that even though it may be cool out and have a nice breeze, it will feel like you could feel the air against your arms, you could feel the air against your neck and face, but then it kind of like stops at your chest. So hopefully that'll be different with this guy. Cool thing is it does have pockets in the back, just like a normal cycling jersey, which is always good for either putting your phone in, or if you have like extra food, energy bars, or whatever. One thing that I don't think it said on the Amazon thing is that these actually, as you can see, they have reflectors. There are little reflectors that are on the sides of this jersey, right here and right here. And that is something that I don't think was actually mentioned in the Amazon ad, and it's actually a really cool feature because visibility is always something that you need when riding at night, and this kind of adds right to it instead of it being into the material. I think I would have preferred if it actually was part of the material, like maybe like this glowed or something, but you know what, beggars can't be choosers, and it's just a cool little safety precaution, so that's a good thing. It does also on the inside have some elasticity, as well as a very, very sticky, not sticky as in like glue, but very sticky to the point where if you were to like, okay, maybe this is a bad example, but if you were to go ahead and actually have it on, it will not ride up in the back because the stickiness holds it down. So I will go ahead and put it on and tell you all about. Just put it on. This is the cycling jersey in small. So if you are a small frame, this is what it would look like on you. I don't know my exact measurements. I just know that I wear a small t-shirt, and this is what it would look like. Okay, so as you can see, it fits well. It is very, I would say it's form-fitting. It is comfortable. It's a compression-ish shirt, so it's not necessarily, I wouldn't say it's breathable. Also, there are no mesh vents on the sides like normal some other cycling jerseys may have. I don't see this as a deal breaker because this could also be worn, when it's like slightly cooler out, where you don't want the mesh vents, because then you kind of freeze a little bit, especially if you're riding in, let's say, Santa Monica or Venice. You get all that ocean air and it's going to make you freeze. Especially at night, this would be a lot better because, again, at night it gets really cool and this will probably freeze you up. Then again, I do want to eventually get a cycling jersey that does have the vents so you can breathe a little bit more, especially when it becomes like 82 degrees like it is today in Los Angeles. The fit here is going to be very nice. It is not constricting, but it does form fit. So there is that, and also I don't have the biggest biceps, so if you maybe work out, you might feel that this is a little bit constricting. For the guys that are self-conscious about your nipples showing, bad news for you on this one. As you can see, you can see through this because it is a slightly lightweight and meshish material. My tattoo is seen, as well as you can see nipple. Luckily for this, however, is that there is a logo here and there's a logo here, so it is kind of covering up that area. So if you are self-conscious about that, this kind of will help. But then again, if you're like, well, it might be right there, it's like, well, you might want to stay away then. As you can see, as I've been moving around a little bit, it has ridden up a little bit, but not a lot to the point where I would need to constantly adjust it. If I was in a bike position at all times, you do get the normal bunch up from the jersey because you are in a, relaxed forward position. In the back, it is going to be longer like a normal jersey, where if you lean forward, it will cover up your booty crack. My shorts are about right here right now, so there is plenty of room here to prevent accidental exposure. I would have to go all the way down to here and literally lean forward as much as possible, and it still goes to about right here, which right there is where my thing is. So as you can see, the gel that is on the bottom of this does a good job at keeping this from riding up, which I enjoy. The zipper on it is in fact one of those zippers that does have a lock on it, so right now it will not open. If you try to push it, it will not, but when you flip it up, you can go ahead and open it with ease to go ahead and breathe. If it's a very hot day, you might want to unzip that and then go for your ride and then have it there. Or if you want to go ahead and go into a bar and, you know, hold a bar glass and be like, hey guys, that was a nice 10K that we did. Yeah, I got my bike and my U-lock and, you know, all this other cool bike terminology. Then people might respect you a little more just because you got like a polo shirt look going. You just want to make sure that you lock it so that way it doesn't go down anymore. Around the neck, it is very breathable. It is not a tight fit at all. Like, I thought personally when I was buying it that it was going to be like I can't breathe. But it is actually, I can feel like there is like a cotton t-shirt, you know, like you would be able to have air that passes through if you're at a biking angle kind of thing. I do like the pockets that are in the back. Obviously, if you have ever owned a cycling jersey or you want to own a cycling jersey, you've probably seen that there are pockets on the back. The pockets on the back are for, you know, it could be for your cell phone, it could be for energy bars, extra things here and there, cash, money, blah, blah, blah. This one does have 3 like everything else. 2 big ones that your entire hand can fit into, and 1 in the middle which your entire hand can fit into. These 2 on the right and left feel like they're slightly smaller than the one in the middle. I think that's a given. Again, this is my first cycling jersey, so I have no idea about how the sizes work. But to me, it's still good. It's a good size. Let me grab a Cliff Bar and drop it in there. So, 3 Cliff Bars here. Here goes 1. Here goes 2. There's 3. Feels nice and comfortable in there. Here's my cycling gloves. This one can go right here into the back. I would stick my phone in my pocket, but I cannot because I am filming on it currently. I don't have my girlfriend's phone, so I can't use that either. I will try to find something else that'll work. Here we go. What better way to test this than with a remote control? You're riding down the road, you need to switch the channel of someone else's TV. Boom, universal remote. So yeah, that is the pockets. Sure, it does give you a little bit of like, hey guys, like I've got extra shit in my back. And it feels a little bit like you're being weighed down. But then again, if you're owning a cycling jersey, that's kind of a given. You want to be able to reach in real quick, grab your and then eat it. You don't want to throw it away. Don't ever do that because that makes you an asshole. But yeah, like this is really easy to pull these out. No effort at all. The one in the back in the middle, however, let's see. 2 of them in the back middle. Go to the back. Boom. Perfect. Easy. All in all, I really don't know what else there is to actually say about it besides the fact that it feels good. It seems like it's going to breathe, and I'm just about to take it out for a cycling test, so I'll get back to you when that is done. So far, I'm standing outside. I'm about to ride my bike, but there's a nice breeze here in Koreatown, and so far, it feels great. It feels much better than being in a cotton t-shirt. In a cotton t-shirt, you don't feel this nice breeze. This, it's like breathing all the way through. So let's jump on the bike and ride around for a bit, try to pick up a sweat, and then see what happens. Literally took a trip around the block, went just down the street, cut down a street, and then cycled as fast as I could up here. And while yes, I am feeling tired, I don't necessarily feel like, let me touch my back. My back is gross, yes, but I don't know. I feel like as I'm riding, like you could definitely feel the air going through the jersey because it is a mesh material. I need to stop going towards that sun because it kind of blocks everything out. But yeah, no, the mesh material really does breathe, even though, like I said, the sleeves are a little tight, but comfortable. It does, you feel the air going right through it. and it is very, very nice. And again, if you want, you could always just pop this up, drop the collar down a little bit, and do this. That way there's more breathable to it. But so far, man, it's been great. So normally I wouldn't say this, but just for this review, I kind of wish I was a person that sweats more. Like, for me, I don't sweat. Wow, now I kind of look like I'm, like, professing to you guys. Like, I'm a professor, and I should, like, push up my glasses. Like, so, in other words, but anyways, for a person genetically like I am, I don't sweat a lot, compared to, like, my girlfriend, who, after a bike ride for 5 miles or so, you know, she's progressively sweating on her face. I don't sweat a lot. I really don't. So there's that. But this thing does have just a little bit of sweat down at the bottom, you know, right where your lower back is, where my phone actually was sitting because it was in the middle pocket, and also my keys were back there. So there's just a little bit there, and it does smell a little bit like sweat, but not too bad, you know, compared to, like, let's say a cotton t-shirt where when you wear it and you sweat, it soaks into the back and it's really gross, and then you pull it off your body and it feels like a fucking blanket, and you're like, oh my god, like, and then, like, you smell it and it's fucking awful, and then you go ahead and, like, put it in, like, a locker, or you have to air it out, or even you feel like you need to wash it immediately because of the fact that smell's never going to come out. This thing, I feel like I can easily, like, if I was really sweaty, this thing would probably air out. Yes, it would probably still smell, but it probably wouldn't, it would probably be like a bathing suit, where you can hang up a bathing suit and it's dry in, like, you know, an hour, or however long bathing suits take to dry. I throw mine in the bathtub and just wait until morning, you know, normally. But this thing, I feel like it is probably would dry really fast. So, like, if I went to work at 5 o'clock and then I'm riding home at, like, 2 in the morning, I could probably hang this on a hanger in, like, the employee locker room, and by nighttime it would feel nice and dry and ready for another ride. It does say here, if you do want to wash it, it does recommend you wash it separately. Do not bleach it, and you want to drip dry it. I've never drip dried any, well, I actually just said that I drip dried my bathing suits. But it says do not iron, and it is 100% polyester. So I think that does mean that you can probably machine wash this, but just make sure it's in, like, a bra bag. Like, if your girlfriend has a bra bag, if you don't have a girlfriend, then invest in one, because it is great for delicates. It is great for things that you don't want to get messed up by, like, jeans and stuff. But I throw it in with my girlfriend's bras, and it will probably work in there. You just don't want to machine dry this, because I'm guessing it will shrink or it might melt. I don't know what polyester does in the wash. Also, I think it has to do with the fact that these little gel stoppers here, you don't want to mess those up either. So what I've read online is that you can take this into the shower with you. You just wear it into the shower, and you kind of just lather it up. And then when you get it out, you just want to go ahead and actually, like, zip it back up and then just hang it up, and it'll dry by itself. It'll air dry. Make sure it's in a well-ventilated area. Another thing I read is that you could zip it up all the way and then put it into a towel, and you roll the towel up, and then you press on the towel so it absorbs the rest of the water, and then you air dry it. So there's that. There's two different methods of washing these, and I will definitely try one of those. I don't think I'm going to wash this because I didn't really sweat too much in it, and again, like I said, it still smells new. It just has, like, that very, very faint scent of, like, salt. So yeah. Yeah, no, I really love this thing. I've already cut the tag off of it when I came in, because I've decided that this is going to be something that I hold on to and that I keep. I am not going to return this. This is definitely something I'm going to keep, and I'm definitely going to look into getting A, more cycling jerseys, B, more with vents on the sides. That's the one takeaway I have of this. So if I were to do, like, a pros and cons, pros, ventilation, lightweight, pockets, obviously. Hell, I even like the reflectors on them. That's a great idea to keep you, you know, illuminated. It's a great fit. Like, I was seeing reviews of people saying that they ordered the wrong size and it just doesn't fit. Just get the right size. Like, this fits me perfectly, and I wear a small t-shirt. Like, this is a small t-shirt. Small t-shirt fits me. This thing fits me. Like, I think people are just getting the sizes wrong. But, it fits great. Cons, the con would probably have to be, I did not know it didn't have mesh vents on the, I did not know that it did not have the mesh vents on the sides. I would definitely look into getting one that has the mesh vents on the sides later, because of the fact that that would definitely help with armpit sweat. And besides that, I mean, I think there's really nothing else bad to say about it. I really haven't worn it long, so I don't know if, like maybe the zipper's going to give out, or if it's going to like unravel, or some of the things are going to fade over time. But as of right now, as a buy that I just bought, I would say that this is definitely my go-to thing. I'm going to wear this to work every single day now. Hopefully I don't have to wash it but once a week. But I think when I do get home, I'm just going to jump in the shower with it. Because I normally just jump in the shower anyways, but I'm going to jump in the shower with it, and I'm going to soap it down, and then I'm going to hang it up in the bathroom, like in the shower area, and just let it dry overnight. But yeah, that's a review for the Sponeed men's cycling jersey. Get one for yourself if you're a cyclist and you're on a budget, because this was like $20-ish. I'm going to put the actual price in the description below, because I don't have it up on me. I did not prepare for this. Sorry. But yeah, it's a great jersey. Enjoy it, and goodbye.